The night her husband left for a younger woman, Elena stood alone beside the bedroom window, still wearing the dress she had chosen for their anniversary dinner. The table downstairs was set for two, but only one chair had been used. Her husband had walked away without looking back, leaving behind a wedding ring, a silent house, and a woman who suddenly wondered whether she had become too old to be loved. For 3 weeks, Elena barely left her home. She was 43, hardworking, gentle, and proud, but her confidence had been shattered by years of being compared to younger women. One rainy evening, she finally walked to a small neighborhood cafe where Daniel worked after leaving his corporate job to care for his elderly father. He noticed her sitting alone, staring at a cup of untouched tea. Instead of asking what was wrong, he simply placed a warm piece of cake beside her. It was a small kindness, but Elena looked at him as though someone had finally seen her. Their friendship grew slowly. Daniel never asked about her age, her appearance, or why her marriage had ended. He listened when she spoke and stayed quiet when she needed silence. Elena began smiling again. She started taking walks, returning to her old hobbies, and believing that her life might still have something beautiful waiting for her. But one evening, while they stood beneath the soft lights outside the cafe, Elena suddenly became serious. She looked down at her hands and asked the question she had been carrying inside for weeks. If I were yours, would you be ashamed of me? Daniel felt his heart tighten. He understood that she wasn't really asking about him. She was asking whether she was still worthy of being loved after someone else had made her feel replaceable. Daniel gently told her that a person's value doesn't disappear because someone fails to recognize it. He reminded her that youth could attract attention, but kindness, loyalty, courage, and a good heart were things that became more valuable with time. Elena's eyes filled with tears because nobody had spoken to her that way since before her marriage had begun to fall apart. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the idea that everyone deserves to feel valued, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Space. Your support helps bring more emotional stories of hope and humanity to others. Still, Elena was afraid. She worried that people would judge them. She worried Daniel would eventually regret choosing a woman older than him. Most of all, she feared that her husband had been right when he made her feel that she was no longer enough. Then life tested them. Elena's former husband returned after his new relationship began falling apart. He apologized and asked her to give him another chance. For a moment, Elena felt the old wound open again. Daniel didn't interfere. He simply told her that whatever choice she made, she should choose the life in which she could respect herself. That night, Elena realized something important. Her husband had left because he wanted something different, but Daniel had stayed because he appreciated who she truly was. She finally understood that being abandoned did not make her abandoned by the world. Months later, Elena and Daniel stood together at the same cafe where their friendship had begun. She was no longer hiding her age or covering her gray strands. She was laughing openly, wearing the confidence she had slowly rebuilt. Daniel looked at her and smiled, telling her that he had never been ashamed of her. He was proud to stand beside a woman who had survived heartbreak without allowing it to turn her heart bitter. Elena smiled through tears because she finally understood the truth. Sometimes the person who leaves doesn't take your worth with them. Sometimes their departure simply creates space for someone who knows how to value what they could not see. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who may need to hear this message, and subscribe to Kindness Space for more stories about love, hope, and second chances.